What is up, guys? Rickakis here, and in this video we are going over artifacts in Destiny and how they have been massively overhauled for the upcoming Rise of Iron expansion. Guys, the changes that these are going to cause to gameplay when the Rise of Iron comes out are going to be absolutely massive. Like, I can't wait for this to be implemented. Now, this information about how artifacts have been completely overhauled is coming from Game Informer. They seem to have an exclusive agreement with Bungie to bring us exclusive Rise of Iron information over the next month starting today. So this was some of the information that came out today. And again, it's talking about artifacts. Now, artifacts currently in Destiny, they were introduced in the Taken King expansion, and right now they don't really serve that much of a purpose. Really, they're just mainly there as another way to add a certain attribute, intellect, discipline, or strength to whatever build you're currently using. Now, they're one semi-unique ability. Basically, you'll have an artifact that has the ability, if you get a precision shot with an arc weapon, you have a chance to produce an orb of light. And that's not really substantial. There'll be slight different variations on this ability. Perhaps it's a melee kill that will cause the orb of light to drop. I have one that's if you get a precision shot against taken enemies, it might cause an orb of light to drop. Again, it's all kind of a variation of this ability, and none of those are really that substantial. Yes, they're kind of useful and they're better than not having them at all, but they don't really substantially impact gameplay pretty much whatsoever. And a lot of people, including myself, somewhat felt that artifacts were kind of a wasted opportunity. They don't really impact the game that much. Well, Bungie has listened. Bungie has listened and has completely changed how artifacts function within the game. And again, guys, gameplay is never going to be the same after the Rise of Iron comes out because of these artifacts. So let's go over some of the examples. Now, the first screenshot we have here is of one of the new, essentially, Cryptarch characters. I assume this person, this NPC, is going to be available to utilize when you're in the new social space that comes with the Rise of Iron. Of course, they have the same symbol to level up the Cryptarch. They have the same currencies shown. They sell the same engrams. The only difference is that they sell Iron Lord artifacts. Now, these do require an Iron Lord's legacy in order to purchase. I'm not sure exactly how you get an Iron Lord's legacy, but what we're talking about today, what the main focus of this video is going to be on, is the huge changes in these special abilities of artifacts. Guys, again, this is absolutely huge. The first ability, enemy guardians with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. That's actually like a pretty big deal. Put this on in PvP, you see a guy going invisible like a hunter using his invisibility. There's guys behind the waterfall on that one stupid map, the Black Garden map. Like, you can actually see potentially enemies that you would not have seen normally, and this is just a passive ability that you get. That is awesome. And of course, below that we see the traditional perk that we're used to on artifacts. Now, that is just one example of the new abilities coming with artifacts, but guys, there is an insane second example. And here it is, the Memory of Fellwinter. The ability is lose your super, but gain one extra grenade and one extra melee charge and a small boost to all stats. Additionally, orbs grant melee and grenade energy. That is insane. That is insane. Guys, this would be like a fantastic ability. Like, people would be talking about how this could potentially impact the game, warp the meta, create new builds if this was an exotic. If this was an exotic chess piece for the hunter or the warlock or whatever, everyone would be talking about this new exotic. Oh, these new builds would come up. You can run, double this, double that. You can do all this stuff. Like, everyone would be losing their minds if this was a fucking exotic, but it's not. It is an artifact. It is a legendary artifact that just completely changes your build, completely changes how you play the game, completely changes your gameplay style. That is coming with the Rise of Iron. This is insane. And these are just two examples. These are just two examples of just legendary artifacts. I cannot wait to see more artifacts coming with the Rise of Iron, more unique abilities, more abilities like this that just completely change how you play the game. My head is already spinning thinking of the different builds to use with this Memory of Fellwinter. For example, if you're running Defender Titan and you're running the no backup plans gauntlets, and utilizing a shotgun build with, you know, the universal remote, we often see builds like this on the Crucible. Well, put on the Memory of Fellwinter and you get an entire other melee charge, an entire other grenade charge, and frankly you're not really utilizing the no backup plans shotgun build on the Crucible for your defender bubble. You're using it to be aggressive, you're using it for the shotgun, you're using it for the combination with your force barrier. So taking away your super and giving you another melee charge, that's insane. Again, there is so many potential builds with this ability. It blows my mind, and this is exactly what Artifacts should have been in the first place. Massive changes to gameplay, massive changes to the build potentials in the game, and I'm so glad that they are finally realizing their full potential in the upcoming Rise of Iron expansion. So that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video, and I hope you guys are as stoked for the Rise of Iron as I am. Now, if you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is follow me on Twitter at RickHackis. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day. Now, I got to play Titanfall 2 recently at EA Play. I was invited out to LA to attend a special Titanfall 2 event where myself and a few other YouTubers were able to play the game for a decent amount of time early. We were also given some exclusive Titanfall 2 multiplayer gameplay, which you can see playing in the background during this video. A lot of it was from the trailer, but there's actually quite a bit of it kind of extended beyond what was in the trailer, and actually featuring some new weapons that weren't seen in the official multiplayer trailer, so that's definitely pretty cool for Titanfall fans. Now let's get started by discussing what new features were added in the Titanfall 2 multiplayer.